Hello guys, Marvell stock soared over 30% as NVIDIA's founder Jensen Huang says it could be the next trillion-dollar company. Okay, actually Jensen Huang has called a lot of AI companies' name beforehand, and their price performances are really good. So I made a playbook to check their performance with a platform called Alva AI. This dashboard tracks the NVIDIA's ecosystem basket. Let's take a rough look at the overall basket performance. Again, since Jason's spotlight, there is not a single stock has a negative performance. All of them are positive. So it's just amazing. There's so many green areas, so all the positive growth, and the equity curve is also always going up like this. But is it too high? Is it a good point to enter? We can check the risk section here, which is one of the highlight of the Alva playbook. Here, it gives us a risk metric, base case and bear case. On the bull case, AI cap super cycle runs longer than expected. And the base case says demand stays strong, but growth decelerates as comparison get harder. The base case is some stock will continue to go well, and some might go down. And the bear case is CapEx digestion or overbuild. And what is the key risk and kill switch? After we hit key risk or kill switch, maybe it's not a good time to hold or good time to buy. So first of all, customer concentration. A few hyperscale drive most demand. The second is policy. Okay, it comes to China export controls and tariff can cut into addressable revenue. And the third one is valuation. Several names carry rich multiples. Disappointment is punished hard. The fourth is single name risk. SMCI carries an accounting history overhang. If we want to check if Jason's core is alpha or not, we have to set up a benchmark, and with the benchmark it recommends is MH. So we can see although the company's price grows very fast after Jensen Huang's core, but their performance with SMH benchmark are kind of the same after 1 year's tracking. But if you buy them from the beginning of this year, the basket of Jason Spotlight will outperform SMH benchmark 30%. So I think basically there's still a good call. So the thesis is basically Jensen Huang spent his keynotes naming names, of course. The foundry that prints chips and CPU IP inside the grades and networking that distribute together, the power and the cooling that keeps the racks alive. The OEMs that ship the system and the clouds that run the capacity. So those companies are interconnected with each other in the whole industry. We can check the supply chain map here. The upstream who builds the chips are like TSM, ARM, and the core compute includes NVIDIA and AVGo, Marvell networking, and the downstream for the deployment, which includes VRT, Dell, and CoreWeave. This basket holds the ecosystem instead of NVIDIA alone, so the thesis rides AI compute demand across the whole value chain there rather than one ticker. Each name earns its place by a factual role in NVIDIA stack, not by just a quote. I think the analysis is based on logic rather than just the community sentiment hype from Jensen Huang's call. Let's back to the Marvell stock itself, and the PE is nearly 100, so we did a little bit high. Let's check the editorial analysis. Marvell is the freshest and most literal entry in this basket because Jensen Huang just called it on June the 6th. Why it fits the AI supply chain? Marvell sits in the same networking customer silicon layer as Broadcom, but unlike Broadcom, it has signed onto NVIDIA's NVLink Fusion, supplying customer XPU NVLink compatible scale-up networking and optimal interconnect for AI factories. NVIDIA also took a reported stake that makes Marvell a partner. It's also highlight the risk. It's a rich multiple meeting, and it slowed down in the customer asset demand, plus there are competitor from Broadcom larger asset share. So here it also lists out Marvell's and its competitors' performance on their markets. So the biggest one is the Broadcom, of course, and following by Marvell. So what I like this playbook most is it gives you an overview from signal to thesis to the performance data itself, and it also gives you some unstructured information like news and social to action and to the actionable. If you like my playbook, you can simply just start it, and you can click this remix create to copy my playbook to your own account and customize modifications as per you. You can also check here to explore others the playbooks built by others and they are all visualized and has a really clear structure. you can also adjust the UI style as per you like with its design skills.